Hey everyone, it's Craig. Before we start the show, I want to tell you about some exciting things coming to our Patreon-only Hot Dog Club. First up, Trixie Mattel is actually going to watch Contact and then tape an entire movie club episode with us. That's right, be part of the very special occasion, which you can only be a part of by joining Patreon at patreon.com/Katya and Craig. But what else? What else are we doing? Laganja Estranja will be taping a full regular episode with us, and in the tradition of our Trixie Mattel and Jasmine Masters listener questions, taping an entire all Laganja listener questions. So sign up now to get your comments and questions in for the Contact Movie Club, as well as your questions for Laganja Estranja. And once again, that's patreon.com/Katya and Craig. Now that we got that out of the way, let's enjoy the show.
A Russian ballerina stomping on a bureaucrat. A perky suburban housewife who's dipping a toe in scat. Skip it up, skittle pop, 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 pow. It's whimsically volatile.
Please welcome to the stage the complex multi-talents of the indomitable, the incredible, the often duplicated but never replicated. She is the musical sensation, Emoni Fela.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
How's that? Is that okay?
That was
Is that okay?
so
Is that all right?
good.
Is
Oh
that
my
okay?
God. Nobody's ever welcomed me to anything like that. Wow.
Well, here's the thing, though. If Ted's going to talk, Ted needs a mic. No. And that's not a shade or anything. I'm just saying, if you want to talk, that's cool. But we got to give you a mic. Okay.
Okay.
Because we can hear you,
to
but no
the
one else
show.
can. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
No one.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh, yeah.
you guys for having me.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. I got to know you through Dee Dee and Tim,
Yes.
and who, of course, were recent guests. Dee Dee was on a couple months ago,
That
and
show was
Tim was
so
just
good.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about things I have to cut out. Tim gave me quite a few. It's okay, though. We like it like that.
I believe that.
We like it
Yeah.
spicy. Yeah.
Spicy, hot and spicy.
Yeah. Spice Girl was my favorite Spice Girl.
Wait, Spice Girl? No,
I
they
mean,
are-
Spice Girl.
I love her too. Yeah, you're a hardcore stan for Spice Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my
Who is
favorite
it?
Marvel
Who
film.
is your favorite? Spice Girl.
Girl.
Yeah. I just like
Scary
how spicy
Spice.
she was.
Yeah.
Scary Spice, yeah.
You guys made me think of them when you were saying spicy, and I was like, "Oh, Spice Girl."
You know, what the fuck was so scary about her?
Her husband.
Oh.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
Okay.
right.
I don't understand what the scary was all was
Well,
about.
Yeah.
there's some schools of thought that think it's just because she's the black one, so
Well,
she was therefore
that's what I was
then
going to
scary.
say.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to like go into this morbid zone, but it
go
actually was
there.
like,
Yeah,
in my opinion, some really deeply like subliminally racist shit
Yeah.
sure.
to call the black one the scary one.
Right. Yeah.
When it had absolutely nothing to do with her persona. It's not like she went around bullying people.
Right.
Or that
She didn't like pop out of a bush.
Yeah,
and, like,
she
say-
didn't wear a
yeah.
costume or
Yeah.
anything. She just was fucking black with an
Yeah,
afro.
Yeah. She didn't beat anyone up.
We know what we'll name you. Scary.
This is easy for us. Yeah.
So I thought that was really fucked up.
You know who the real scary one is? Baby Spice.
Yeah, because she's not a baby.
No, she's not a
She's
baby.
not a baby.
She's into infantilization or something like
Yeah.
that. I guess
Yeah.
that's the shit that she's
It's
into,
too
like trying to
much.
keep the kink right under the line. But
Yeah.
sorry, it's there.
Yeah, it's
If you
there.
had to be a Spice Girl, what kind of spice would you be?
Oh wow, that's a good one because I've thought about this a few times, and when I was
Haven't
younger,
we all? Yeah.
I probably had a great answer, but now I would probably be like naughty spice or like
Raunchy Spice.
raunchy spice, ratchet spice.
Ratchet Spice.
But then on the flip side, like maybe I could be like, you know, Fantasia Spice
Sure.
or like something fantasy based. So I
Woke
mean,
Spice, maybe.
woke spice. That's kind of what I'm trying. I'm like, how do I combine the two? Woke spice, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that would be me. Woke spice.
That gives you everything.
Yes.
I'd be Shitty Spice or Old Spice.
Old Spice
or
is good.
Old Spice or
Stank Spice.
yeah, or like yeah, probably
Wait,
yeah.
Sweaty Spice.
Sweaty Spice. Yeah,
He's the sweatiest man in show business. This
yeah.
is a long
Sweaty
known
Spice.
fact.
Yeah, that would be
that would
me.
be
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
I don't know how marketable that would be, but
Not very.
it would kind of
Well, I don't know. I mean, if they've had
There's
the
a
full
niche for everything, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
There is, and also they had the infantilization kink on full blast going in the original
going back to
lineup,
this.
right?
Yeah.
And then what's her name? Beckham won't join, so they need a new member, right? So I think it's
Yeah.
between Woke Spice and Sweaty Spice.
yeah. Whoa.
You could do a duet.
I was about to
single.
say we could totally just like gather all of the ones that didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
And then like start the New Spice movement.
And also the New Spice Girls would be a great thing, like the New Monkeys, like a shitty new revamp of a band that's not going to work.
And an unnecessary one.
Completely unnecessary. You never hear in those
definitely.
situations. Yeah, but they had some good songs. You never actually ever hear that.
Ever.
ELO Part 2, anything like that. Or the New Cars. Do you remember the New Cars?
That wasn't
Well thought out?
Yeah. Exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm like, I don't. How do I say it without sounding disrespectful?
But we want you to sound disrespectful.
It wasn't well thought out. Definitely not.
We like disrespect on this show. I think you've heard that on previous episodes. Also, Fleetwood Mac without Lindsey Buckingham. They had to replace him with 2 people. So
yeah.
Who did they replace him with?
Neil Finn from Crowded House and Mike Campbell, the guitarist from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
And I don't know another one about where this is going.
Well, that's okay.
Like,
That's for us to sweat about.
Like, yeah, I guess, right? That's for us as fans to sweat about. But I like it. I like it a little better than the New Cars.
No, it's better than the New Cars.
It's better than the New Cars.
Because at least you got
We'll say
Mick
that.
and
Exactly.
McVie and Christine McVie. Yeah. And Stevie, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They should have just called them like the bicycles. Or
What's the birds?
That's right. They call them the birds. Or the new birds. The new birds. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the helicopter.
Oh, I like the helicopter.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could
I
be
like
your
that
record,
too.
though.
Yeah.
Sweaty Spice's Helicopter.
Sweaty Spice
Ooh,
helicopter.
Where are we going?
No one knows. Don't
No one
alert.
knows where this helicopter is going.
No. We
Why is she sweating?
Yeah, don't sweat where we're going. It's all right. It's all right.
What's happening here?
Here's the rule. Generally, after about 10 minutes, it's going to get a lot worse.
Yeah.
I'm really excited because I'm about like 2 sips into this lovely cocktail you made me as the sun sets very soon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I was happy to lay some dickle on you, as it were.
Wait, what?
Where's your mind
Did
going?
you say lay some dickle?
Yeah.
Your mind just go.
I'm slapping some dickle down on the guest. I don't understand what you're
the fuck
so
is a dickle?
offended about.
What is a dickle?
The dickle is a fine Kentucky bourbon.
Can I tickle you with some dickle? Tickle the dickle.
Just let the dickle slip into your mouth. Well, you don't drink, so
The dickle.
savor the robust taste of the dickle.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Tickle.
let it dance on your tongue.
Tickle the tongue with some dickle.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Now, where are they? Can we get them on the phone? Because
The dickle people.
yeah, because that was a great fucking slogan
I
right
think
there.
you're right. We need
tickle your tongue with some dickle.
Yeah, tickle your tongue with some dickle. Yeah,
That was so good.
awaken your tongue, awaken your senses.
Awaken your senses. Gluten free.
That's
Yeah.
right, gluten free. Yeah, cruelty free.
Yeah. Oh my God. The dickle, not the dickle.
No, that'd be a good ad. Wait
How
a
do you
second.
spell
The dickle.
that? How do you spell that?
Dickel.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Do you got nickels for the dickle?
All my nickels go to the dickle.
All my nickels go to the dickle. You see why this is not like not served
friendly?
at anywhere.
Yeah,
the
that's
dickle. It's not.
No.
You can never go to a bar and ask
No,
for this.
can I have the
Yeah.
dickle neat, please?
Yeah.
No, it's.
Dickle neat. Dickle neat.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Security?
Listen, I'm just trying to get. Hey, I'm just trying to get a shot of dickle, and I don't understand.
Dickle
Right.
straight up.
I just want to blast.
Dick
the,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that dickle straight up.
I want some straight up dickle. I just want to blast the dickle, and I don't know why this guy is being so fucking rude.
A blast of dickle. Oh Lord.
So many scenarios
So
could
many.
go bad
Yeah,
with
yeah.
asking for this shit at a bar.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they don't serve it. So I love you so much for having this.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a short time, but still.
Get your dickle and get out.
Yeah. But you knew what to do with the dickle, so that's what we're okay about. Brian wanted to know some more about you, as I do.
Yes. What
Yes.
you want to know, Brian?
What's your sign? Where are you from?
Yeah. So I'm a Gemini, total rage monster.
Ooh, rage monster. Really? Anger problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they, as soon as you say Gemini, it's like, whoa, I know where this is going. Yeah, okay, all right. Guess I don't need to say anything else. But no, I'm from Washington, D.C.,
Okay.
which is like, 3,000 miles away, very small place that's still not considered a state.
Okay.
So when
yeah.
I say I'm from Washington, people are like, oh, like Seattle? And it's like, no, like D.C., and they don't get that part. So,
Yeah. And they're very, very
to
different.
be clear, very different. I'm from the nation's capital.
Okay.
I think you just asked me 2 questions, but somehow I was like about to go into a third answer.
That's all right.
So,
Go. No, hit us with
Do
the
it.
third answer. Yeah. We want to know where that's going to go.
How long you been in LA for?
My dad is from Los Angeles. And like a very long story short, him and my mom.
Try to flip that around. Make that short story long.
Make that short story long.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
him and my mom were doing the nasty. Back in the college days.
So like sex?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that means?
Oh God.
Okay, sorry, we refer to it as the sexuals
yeah.
on this show, but yeah, so they were doing the sexuals.
They were doing the sexuals, and I was conceived, and in that process, my dad left the East Coast and came back to the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So I was predominantly raised with my mom in DC, but I spent all of my summers out here and sometimes half the school year here. And I have 8 siblings here.
Oh, wow.
8 siblings. Wow.
I have a really big family here.
Which
so
one
LA is
are
like
you?
my second home. Which one am I?
Yeah, in the family.
I'm like the third oldest.
Okay.
No, I'm not, because we just found out we have another sister.
Oh, wow.
Who's half white and grew up Mormon in Salt Lake City last year.
Holy shit.
I just met her
Wow.
for the first time last year.
So what was the reaction when you found out that you had another sister?
I was just really excited she was half white. So I was just like, what? That's tight.
That's tight. She's white. Coming up next.
Yeah, that's tight. She's white. Coming up next. No, my dad, he's like a very
Active?
active for sure. He's active,
Sociable?
sociable. He's just quite a ladies' man. Probably at some point or another it was considered, debonair. And he was getting around. But this sister is now officially the oldest, which makes me the fourth oldest. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm like right almost damn near in the middle.
Sure, yeah,
but
yeah.
not the middle, because I still have like a 10-year-old sister.
Oh, wow.
I've siblings all the way down that young. But long story short, yeah, my dad is from out here, so I have that whole side of my family going on. And I would come back and forth out here, like growing up. My mom would just send me. And then, I don't know, in my heart, one day I was just like, DC is not where I want to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked my dad, could I come out here for high school? And he was like, fuck no. So, so that didn't work out, but I came out for college, and then I
Okay.
just didn't leave after that. So
You seemed like you had your heart set on LA.
yeah, I mean, like, people are so fucking lazy here, and I'm lazy. So it's just, I was like, I wanted to go to New York, but that just didn't seem, I didn't seem to have enough gumption to do it.
Well, you could phrase it that way. You could also say psychosis.
Psychosis, right? I didn't have the psychosis for New York.
Because
at
moving
all.
to New York, I just feel like it's a daunting task, and I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. I mean, I'm always kind of down on New
Absolutely.
York a little on the show.
Yeah.
I love that my friends who live there and love it, and
Yeah.
people from there, love it and everything. But to move there is quite a thing.
Absolutely. And I mean, growing up, like every time I tried to run away, because the Chinatown bus. Now, not that I had a bad childhood at all. Let me clarify that for you people too. But
You had a spirit of adventure.
But I had the spirit of adventure.
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini. And I
Yeah.
just was like, this whole like high school shit is boring. I'm out.
Yeah.
And so I would occasionally, at least once, twice a year, just jump on the Chinatown bus
Yeah.
and go to New York. And would find, myself in like these really cool, interesting situations as a 15, 16-year-old, or not 15, maybe 16, 17-year-old.
Sure.
Right around the age where people are kind of starting to give you enough space to say, if you don't care, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
you don't want to go to school. Well, legally you don't have to.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I never had an issue with school, but I never was just into the shit that like most kids was into in not so much like sought to be with older people, but just naturally gravitated in those
Sure.
circles.
Yeah.
So you got to turn your phone on mute.
We're joined by Emoni's friend,
Yeah.
Ted,
With the
who's on the sound box.
but so I guess where was I landing the plane here?
So you're at the age where people are starting to give you a little freedom if you're not so interested in certain things. You're gravitating towards older people.
Yeah, gravitating towards older people, and just like in general, just people supporting me as an artist, and which is something I started to do really young. And so, you know, it was nothing for me to show up somewhere and then people would like sneak me into the club and I'd somehow be able to do the open mic or things like that. And unfortunately, DC is so small that there was always this innate thing that I wanted to be like exposed to more people. And I had to do it myself, you know? So I would just jump on the Chinatown bus every once in a while and go to New York, and sometimes a couple friends and I would end up there, and like, I don't know, I think I showed up at Russell Simmons' office one time, and like, I had the Musicians Atlas.
Oh, okay, yeah,
you know about that shit.
Yeah,
it's selling you dreams.
Yeah,
here's all these addresses. Just go to their offices. So I would just show up at their office and like.
Really? You could just show up?
You can't. That's the part you can't do.
That's the tricky part.
That's the tricky part that nobody tells you, that nope, you won't even make it past the security.
Right.
But whatever, I did it. I would go to panel discussions and like I don't know, just do things that I saw other people doing, and I was like, somehow or way, I'll meet the people I want to meet or want to work with, you know.
Because you had the burning passion to basically be in the music industry.
To make money.
Yeah, exactly. That's a coded reference for making money, being in the music industry.
When people tell you that, I want to, because like if you just want to do music, you could just do it.
Yeah, you could just go do music down the hall.
Yeah, you could do music. I can do music in my house. Now I wanted to make money. I wanted to be around the people that were getting the fucking money.
Yeah, right.
And I was obsessed. I was obsessed with all these different labels and like showing up at their offices as much as I could. and none of it worked. But
did they get to know you at all? Were there
I was
any
about
repeat?
to say there are like some people that know me. Eventually I did get a showcase for Atlantic Records, and I was like a total shit show. And I mean, there's a couple random things that happened at like 16, 17, and 18 that were nice little markers for especially for my parents. Like, okay, maybe she's not so crazy. Like, maybe people really do like her. Like, maybe we should take her a little bit more seriously and not just like. My mom was always cool about it, but my dad, as someone who worked in the industry.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, my dad worked in the industry.
In what capacity?
For a very long time, he was at A&R.
Oh,
and then he went on to, at one point, he was managing Missy Elliott. At one point, he was managing Timbaland. The project that I guess got him on, like, for real, was Aaliyah's project.
Oh, wow.
But my dad, I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell. I couldn't end this story for you. Like, all I know is he was in the industry for a number of years, and then, like, he wasn't. So,
I think that's kind of common in the music industry. It's like a fucked up
It's a fucked up path, but
like,
that's
you
actually...
seen George? No, I don't. He does not hear anymore. Yeah. And it's like that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when you do what he was doing, which is like...
Describe A&R for people who might not know what that
artist
is.
And repertoire. So like you are like the people that for whatever reason are trusted to say like who's the next artist. So you go out and you find people and you sign people, and also, you're in charge of their projects and like what producers they work with and what writers they work with, and like you basically suck the soul out of artists. So that's what an A&R does. Well, look, except mine, but gotta keep my coins here. But
well, no, you have the one A&R person who is terrific.
I have the most brilliant A&R person in the industry.
See, there you go. There's the one, and you found them because you were checking out the labels, you were doing the research,
right.
So you managed to find the one non-soul sucker.
One non-soul sucker.
You ever met any soul suckers in your business, Brian?
Yeah.
I think they're all soul suckers.
Terrific.
They're all shitty, conniving, mischievous soul suckers.
Soul sucking the dickle. So, where's your industry,
soul sucking the dickle for just a nickel. Yeah.
Well, the drag world.
I work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the drag world, which is a little bit different, but it's just But there are like promoters and performers and people in any like entertainment field that are just kind of whack.
And I love the drag circuit. I love it. I will go fuck up a drag show when I can. Now, when I say fuck it up, I don't mean I'm gonna like be a heckler. Like I'm gonna go fuck it up.
No, I think we know.
You know, fuck it up. Like I am there shouting and screaming and singing the songs and loving it. So I
it
think
would be
that's
great though
awesome.
if I went like, well, gee, that's not a good thing to do.
Right.
That's fucking
I
someone's
have to
show
clarify
up.
everything. That's the Gemini in me.
Oh, I
like,
see. Okay.
somebody will say, you said this. And I'm like, well, maybe she said that, but I didn't say that. That's not what I meant.
You want the facts to be clear and present.
I want them to be clear.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So
you started performing at what age?
I started as a poet.
Okay.
I only laughed when I say that because I was like, if y'all could hear the shit that I used to do and stuff, like who I am now, you wouldn't believe it came from the same person. But I was just really militant, just hard. I mean, I'm still militant to an extent, but you know, really dark child.
Okay.
So I think I really, maybe my first performance was probably about 12 or 13. And I had a teacher who I really admired, and she was a poet, and she's the one that got me into poetry. But she took me to an open mic. So I would consider that my first performance, you know.
Sure.
But like actually, when I maybe got paid for my first show, probably like 16, something like that. Yeah.
That's young.
Yeah, it's young.
How old are you now?
I'm 27.
Okay. Still
so
young.
I'm still
You're still young.
Still pretty young.
I'm still pretty young,
Yeah.
but you know, what I got paid at 16, I haven't got paid since. How about
Really?
that? What I made then, rather, because you know the industry has just changed so much.
It definitely has, yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's kind of a bittersweet thing, but hoping to get back there.
Well, you just put out your first album recently, right?
Yeah,
What's it called?
it's called Day Camp for Dreamers.
Day Camp for Dreamers.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
thank you. That's the first time it's been called lovely. I like that. That's like that's a nice attachment to the album.
Take us through the album. Like, describe the sound and like what was the genesis of the material?
I don't know. The whole album, I'm talking to myself. That's for damn sure. I'm talking to myself and for myself. And
Giving yourself tips and suggestions.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know how they say, like, the doctor that never takes the medicine they prescribe, which I've definitely been that doctor for a long time. And so balance is hard. And it's, and especially as an artist, like, we can go manic just from all the stuff we think about. So
Brian, you wouldn't know anything about that.
right. You wouldn't know anything about that, right? So, I mean, in general, that's the basis of it, you know, right?
Yeah.
This Day Camp for Dreamers is like this place that I created to exist as a dreamer, as someone who dreams and has aspirations.
And not a sleepover camp.
And it's a day camp because we're adults and we got shit to do. So ain't nobody fucking sleeping over my house.
Yeah, and you like your we all like our own place. After a certain age, you got to have your own place, right? Yeah.
That was my part for adults. But on the other end of it, I guess the whole process really just songs from moments in time. I was interning at Atlantic. I started the album there. And that was wonderful because I was like, they're not paying me shit. So let me just try to make the best album I can make.
Yeah.
So I was stealing studio time.
Oh, nice.
I love that.
Cool.
Yeah. Our audience is
Because
very
that time
Right.
is expensive.
$600 a day.
Holy shit.
If not more.
Yeah,
If not
totally.
more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You know, a previous guest, Michael DeBar, was talking about in the 70s that when his band Detective, who was signed to Led Zeppelin's label, was working on their first record, he said 3 months getting a drum sound, which they ended up spending about $1 million because they recorded the full record all the way through. And then we're like, you know what? It's not quite right. And Zeppelin was like, that's okay. Just redo it.
right.
Because it was the record plant.
We don't have those coins
drugs.
these days,
Yeah.
right? It was
Yeah.
the record plant, it was drugs, and it was
Yeah, they had a sauna at the studio.
it was like
you know what I mean?
also
Like,
just way less to do. Like there
Yeah.
was no social media. Guarantee you, if it was, they wouldn't have had all that time because they would have other shit to do.
Yeah.
And
Or
that's
someone
kinda-
else to do it because the money was so
or someone
crazy.
else to
Yeah,
do it,
yeah.
right? And that's like kind of another thing I wanted to not make any references to time or social media or
Sure.
things like that on my album.
Which is
Just-
interesting because that's a common trope in a lot of songs in all genres now because it's become a thing.
it's on our consciousness. It's the collective consciousness, and it's like where half of our consciousness exists, like
or sometimes more than half,
right? Like when we first wake up, we wake that up too, and we cut our phones on and we open our apps and shit. So
before my contacts are in, usually I'm on the phone, which by the way looks like this. That's about how far away I can see without my contacts.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Ew.
That's doing definite damage.
She's blind shaming me. Hold on a second.
Well, I'm radiation shaming you. I mean, you're keeping the phone right in front of your face.
True. And I sleep with it about a foot from my head.
Yeah.
So,
No. You got to turn that down.
Yeah, I'm in for some fun later on.
You got to turn that down.
Brian has some hot takes on social media.
Oh, my. I think it's a poison.
Yeah.
I mean, but I willingly drink it every day, you know?
Right. You know, it's like the chicken or the egg, right? Like, do we use social media because we want to be involved, or like, do we use social media because we have to be involved? And a big part of our value, especially as an artist, is, or in any art form, I should say, right?
Sure.
Not like it's strictly related to musicians, but like we have to have this check-in of some sort, or you're considered not active.
Yeah,
that's
invisible.
True.
Invisible, and it's a conversation that comes up all the time about like, well, you got to get your followers up. You gotta get your this and that popping. And I'm like, I couldn't write a hashtag if you paid me. Like, I'm like, hashtag for the bees, like some stupid shit, you know, because
those are the best hashtags, the bullshit ones.
The bullshit ones, right? Because it's like, unfortunately, that is also the bad, not the bad part, but you know, that's the losing end of it, is that there's so much content and there's so much stuff. So how do I found that for me, what has worked is using social media in doses, and people recognize about me, and they're not looking for me to be any more active or any more engaged than I've been naturally,
which is good.
Know?
Which is good. You can sort of communicate not the rules, but I guess the rules of engagement that you wish to participate in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's social media firms out there. There's, you know,
there's
pay for followers and shit.
Yeah, and there are people who, you know, nowadays the entry level jobs at a lot of like corporations and stuff, the entire job is doing social media for them.
Right.
You know.
Right. It's the most important thing in one way, and they try to pay people the least amount of money.
Right.
Which is for that too, which is funny because they don't want to admit that it's so important.
Now let's turn this lazy Susan. So you have 1.3 million followers. Mm-hmm. Does that not fuck with you? Like, do you not have these moments where you're just like, what to do with all these people?
Yeah, all the time.
And what do you do when you get to those moments?
I just put the phone down.
See, I knew we were going to get somewhere out of that question. And that's the fucking point. Put the phone down, because 1.3 million is a lot, right? But what's even worse than that is the people that have like 1,300, and they're showing their ass to get to 1.3 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have no life.
Yeah, that's
their life
scary.
is how to get to 1.3 million. Where then you hear like somebody who's like, yeah, I have over 1 million followers, and I put my phone down.
Well, that's how it happens. That's how it happens. You just have to actually be providing content that people are interested in.
Yeah.
You can't. The sad thing is watching people chase those numbers, like you said.
Right.
The people showing their ass, or the people who basically have nothing to offer except for ass selfies.
Well, you know, ass pays along. You know,
ass pays a lot of bills out here.
That's true. Ass do pay.
Ass do pay. Little dick will give you the ass.
You give us that ass, we'll slide you the dickle.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I'm sure Kim Kardashian can keep her cupboard stocked in dickle.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
She got dickle for days.
Yeah.
She got dickle for days. Black dickle for days.
Now it's time to tell you about Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. They strive to make financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy. And it's a non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers to invest for the first time with true confidence. Simple and intuitive, clear design with data presented in an easy-to-digest way. Here's some of the great features of Robinhood. No commission fees. Other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, but Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees. Trade stocks and keep all of your profits. The Robinhood web platform also lets you view stock collections, like the 100 most popular, sectors like entertainment and social media, and curated categories like female CEOs, as well as analyst ratings of buy, hold, and sell for every stock. So learn how to invest as you build your portfolio. Discover new stocks and track favorite companies with personalized news feeds. And right now, Robinhood is giving listeners a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio. Sign up at craig.robinhood.com. That's craig.robinhood.com. Brian would have joined us for this ad, but he's busy in the toilet. Do you have any thoughts on the Kardashians?
Wow. Whew. My mom loves them. A lot of elder Black women like them, and it's the weirdest shit ever.
Why is it weird?
Well, I guess for the obvious reason is that like these are European women that have like done their best to emulate the Black body.
Sure.
So there's the product component of it, where it's kind of like some, you know, and this is the part of me that I say is like the super militant theorist, you know, like
it might be one of the reasons I was like, we should have Emoni on the show.
Maybe. Thank you. So is that like, what if this whole shit, right? We gonna give y'all big ass lips and big asses and big titties, and all y'all gonna date a nigga. All of y'all.
So you're saying this is the pitch meeting?
This is the pitch meeting. All of y'all are gonna date a nigga, and then like their niggas just don't come out on the other side of it. No, like it starts out on one way, and then at the end of it, they're the only ones that win, and that is a big problem with me. So I would like for them to not capitalize so hard just off of me. Because really, like, I could take a bold-ass Armenian woman on television. That's like, we're Armenian, and we run shit. And I will be like, whoop, whoop, you know. But it's something about this, like, it just seems to me like, okay, the moment y'all are out of relationships, I don't know if there's, like, a team that's like, we got the next one, nigga, for you. I don't know. But
is it the same team that ruins the other guys?
Yeah.
Like
right. So it's like the
A team ruins the guys.
Yeah,
the B team comes in
with the second guy. And then like Emmys are one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't watch it either, but I know that
there's a lot of salads being eaten.
There's a lot of salads being eaten.
On couches, yeah.
A lot of couches.
Yeah. It's what inspired the couch on this show, by the way.
I like that, though.
Thank you.
You have to find the niche and capitalize.
That's right.
So, you know, there's that part. Look, I'm not mad at anybody for getting their coins, though. Like, I mean, get your coins. But I think this notion that we are consciously getting surgery and we're consciously like doing these things and we have this objective, but we're going to present it in just this, what you talking about? You know what I mean? I just got my ancient mama hips when I woke up. Like, it's like,
the pretending.
It's like the pretending is just way too much for me. Yeah. Because these are the things that Black women are put down for. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's the same thing. It's like Black girl colors her hair, it's ratchet. Kylie Kardashian or Jenner colors her hair, it's the next fashion trend.
Yeah, right. Sure.
You know what I mean? And there's so many things that they do that's like that. That's just like, another fucking jab.
What were you saying,
I
Brian?
would much rather you just take the black dick and keep it moving. You know? So
take the black dick and keep it moving.
Yeah. So next up on Take the Black.
Yeah, next right.
Sponsored by Dickles.
Next up on Dickle Days, take the black dick and keep it moving.
Oh my god!
But you said wigs, Brian.
Oh yeah,
wigs,
they're wearing wigs and not talking about it, and nobody believes that they're wearing wigs.
And nobody believes they're wearing wigs.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm sorry, you know, Kris Jenner, she's a part of the whole shit, and she just like, ain't none of y'all really doing nothing. You know, it's like she quote unquote is fighting for this, and then you got Kim Kardashian, who at whatever point she decides, you know, I don't want this prisoner in prison no more. So let me call Donald.
Yeah.
At any given point that happens, it's just all this weird shit that don't really have nothing to do with nothing. But the moment that a black life is actually killed, like actually shot, the moment that real and they happen all the time. So there's so many you could pick from. It ain't like you got to search for them.
Right.
The moment that happens, you don't see them on the front line. You don't see them saying, I have black kids. My husband's black. My stepmama's black. My niece is black. Like, you don't see them doing that. But what you will see them doing is holding up their black babies in the Black Lives Matter t-shirt maybe once every blue moon. And it's not that you have to mold your brand around that, but just like to land the plane here, I guess my problem and people, this has become a discussion within the black community. Are black women mad at the Kardashians because of how black men respond to them? And it's like, no, it's just... it's this Eurocentric glamorization of the basic things that we are already doing. We already have and getting shit for it. We have these bodies. We're fighting for these prisoners. We got the Gildas and like everything else, but put a Kardashian name behind it and then all of a sudden it means something and it has substance. Or the fact that even our president, bless my heart for saying that, but the
You
president.
did. I gotta say, for listeners who can't say,
right?
you wilted for a second. Yeah, you did. Not quite faint, but just a second.
Right.
Yeah.
But just like he won't meet with no black leaders on prison reform. He'll only meet with a white woman. Yeah, get all that.
Get that dickle.
There we go. Yeah. Ooh, that sound is so soothing.
Sound is so
sexy.
Wet.
So wet and so right.
That wet dickle.
I love that Dickle keeps coming up next to Kim Kardashian.
Listen, Dickle always keeps coming up, okay?
Yeah.
It will not leave. It keeps coming.
It ain't gonna don't it though?
Oh, it does. The dickle keeps coming.
Pray Jesus willing. Of course. Anyway, so back to the penis in charge.
Yeah, back to the penis in charge. I mean, bless her heart. Like, look, it's like I don't want to say something that's like
defamatory against Donald Trump. No, that would be very difficult to find something.
I would absolutely go down for that one. But
yeah, but anyways, but you were saying
it's just unnecessary, right? Because we got so much of it going on. I just feel like it's just like walking. It's like breathing right now.
Yeah.
I just don't like the fact that like even in that position, it's like, okay, maybe we got one prisoner out the way. Now, 45. It's a bunch of black fuckers that are doing way more work than I'm doing. And it'd be dope if we could include them on this next prison reform meeting. You know,
maybe they have some thoughts.
Maybe they got some thoughts. Just said. I only know the tip of the iceberg here. It'd be nice to kind of, but I can't blame her for anything. And this isn't even about blame. It's like, I appreciate what I will give Kim, because I do believe you got to follow a negative with a positive, is that she seems to not have shit to say about anybody negatively, and that's very refreshing.
Okay.
And unfortunately, like, because of how she became famous and the fact that her family has like never gone away, she'll always take shit. But I mean, the girls themselves seem to be fine individuals, but yeah. See how long I've been talking about them? They're winning. They're fucking winning.
Yeah, right.
They're winning.
Yeah, they're part of the culture now.
They are part of the culture.
Yeah.
Are they in Webster yet?
Well, you mean the show? That show's been off the air for a long time. I'm sorry to tell you.
Dictionary.
Oh, the dictionary.
No, I know, but it was Emmanuel Lewis is not the star he once was, but
No, he isn't. Bless his heart.
I know. On Melrose, there is a billboard that is perpetually a Jenner, Kylie, whatever. It's always
really.
It's every month. It's a different. It's like the Apple billboard.
Yeah, there's one on La Cienega in Santa Monica too.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't live on this side of town, so I never see that.
Oh, what part of town do you live in again?
I'm in. They call it Larchmont, but it's actually not Larchmont.
I always get confused by that.
Listen, I go to 7-Eleven. I can see prostitutes.
Oh. Can you give me the address on that?
I have actually footage in my phone.
Wait, on Larchmont, isn't that fancy?
It's supposed to be, but I'm like on that. I'm on the part of Larchmont that's like It's spicy. It's only called Larchmont because it made the cut on the map.
Okay, sure.
Like in
Gritty.
person, physically, you're like, this is not Larchmont. So
you got hookers at the 7-Eleven?
I got hookers at the 7-Eleven. They're not out there every night though, but they're out there like 2-3 times a week.
I don't see a lot of street walking hookers.
I haven't seen. That was the craziest thing when it happened. The first time I saw it happen was like, wow, I haven't seen streetwalkers since, like, basically almost since I lived in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And they just hang around and
they're like fully naked. They have on like thongs and like
Band-Aids and things.
Like fishnets or something. And you know, they're okay. So also, I don't have a parking space, so I have to circle a lot in my neighborhood when I'm looking for parking.
That's great because that's a
right.
Nice
so I've
signal
definitely got a couple of babies.
Yeah. Are you dating?
I have to roll the window down and be like, I'm not the one you want. So
I'm just looking for a slot.
I'm just looking for a slot, but not in you. So, but it's a historically festive neighborhood.
I like finding a festive neighborhood by accident. I was circling the block like that looking for someone's apartment one time, and I stopped at the stop sign. I was gesturing, no, you can cross the street, and then I can't remember the gesture back that she gave me, but it communicated in all one fell swoop. Oh, this is your corner. Never mind. Thank you very much. And then, because I had been circling maybe 2-3 times, and I was like, oh, okay. So McCadden Place is a bit of a hot spot, as it were.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yes. It's always those streets. McCadden Place, Maplewood, Clinton.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me...
So, by the way,
if anybody's
cruising,
for those new to town or anyone who's doing the Kaji and Craig travel tour, this is adding. So, one fan made a complete list, a spreadsheet, I think, of all the films that we've mentioned, and as you can imagine, it's a countless amount. So, you're also a cinephile.
I am a cinephile. And I used to be a member of Cinefamily.
Yeah, Cinefamily.
Not that that's related.
No, it's not. But it's in the same.
It's in the same
wheelhouse, in the same room. Yeah, but not in the same room in terms of all the nonsense that went on.
No, because apparently they was raping everybody over there.
Yeah, that's why it shut down, because there was some shit that came out. So I feel that the reason they shut it down is there was other shit that they did not want people to know about.
I do too, because it's no way you can tell me one rapist could shut down a whole theater
or like one incident.
That took my money.
That's right.
My money.
That was also wildly popular. Damn. So, by the way, there's a drinking game that some people want to have for the show, which is that every time I mention the New Beverly Theater, you take a shot.
That's also not opening anymore.
No, it is. It's coming back in December.
Really? Because I swear to God, rode by there the other day, and I was like, first they said we're closing for renovation like last year.
Yeah.
And the movie posters was up, and then now it's just like wood boards and like. I'm like, see, that's the slow signature of we did an Irish exit.
Well, that's
we
what
didn't say we were closing.
Well, Cinefamily did that. They were like, closing
they
for
said we're going to try to
or,
figure this shit out. And then they were like, we can't figure it out.
Yeah, we figured it out and we're getting the fuck out of town.
We're getting out. Yeah.
So for those of you not familiar with the Cinefamily scandal, there was some sexual inappropriateness that happened. There was kind of like a cult-like vibe, I guess, to the staff.
Super cult-like vibe. And like, you know, like atypical Hollywood stories, there is an elder or group of elder gentlemen that hire college interns for the... you know, one of the main benefits of having that is you're stupid and that you'll, a
little blinded by the dazzle. Should I fucking
meet you in your office at 11 o'clock at night? Of course, this is normal,
God.
Yeah.
So you have that happen, and apparently that had happened so many times that basically the amount of money that they were bringing in was not. It wasn't adding up against the lawsuits or
which finally started to become public.
And they started to become public too.
Yeah, in this era.
I mean, there's always like the general theory of just like, there's two sides to every story. Of course, there's that. But I do think what you're getting at is that there's clearly something deeper there because that's like, the principal was like sexually assaulting people, so we're going to shut down the whole school.
That's right.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
So, but yeah.
I think someone was getting ready to reveal something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oof.
Absolutely. I need some more of this dickle though.
Oh yeah.
No, that was not supposed to be a pun. That
Well,
was. I do need more dickle.
Never enough, right? It's never enough.
It's never enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really called dickle.
Yes,
It's really called dickle.
It's no joke.
And it's not. Is it? It's what kind? Is it whiskey, bourbon?
It's
Bourbon,
whiskey.
Yeah. Well, is it bourbon or whiskey?
It's
Let's look it
It's
up.
a whiskey.
Yeah.
Now the question, because you two gentlemen are not drinking dickle with me. You're
That's
just
right.
looking at me drink dickle,
Oh,
which
yeah,
I'm
I
sure
don't-
is very entertaining.
I don't take the dickle,
I don't drink,
but
yeah.
You don't take the dickle.
No.
Okay. How long has it been? How long has it been since you've taken the dickle?
Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, let Brian answer that one first.
A long time. I haven't taken the dickle in at least a few hours. No, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So are you asking why we don't drink, or
Yes.
how come? Okay, so it doesn't agree with me, and I had to learn that over a long period of time when I was younger.
That's a smart man right there.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's a smart man right there.
yeah.
I'm very pro everyone getting their drink
I know,
on.
because you asked me what did I drink last week.
That's right.
And I was like,
That was like the first question. Yeah,
this
yeah.
is like some date rape shit. What do you drink?
What's your favorite drink? Do you like drinks
Right.
made in the other
Yeah.
room that you can't see being prepared? I make a great cocktail that you can't see being prepared.
Oh, Lord.
Netflix and thrills.
Damn.
Do you like some sleepy time tea, if you know what I'm saying?
Do you want some? What is it? The Bill
Monstrous.
Cosby clip?
The
Spanish fly.
Oh my God. That shit is
You want some
crazy.
Spanish
Listening to that
fly?
shit now.
What is Spanish fly?
I know. What is it? Because I've never had it.
It's some kind of aphrodisiac.
Apparently one that makes the ladies just lose all inhibitions and just want to have sex. I mean, we could listen to the Bill Cosby Spanish fly clip real quick.
We could.
I think we should. I think it's our duty as broadcasters.
I think you
duty.
should bring that Spanish fly clip up. All I know is, have you guys ever been roofied?
No.
Thankfully,
thank God.
no.
I've been roofied before,
Oh,
and it was
shit.
terrible. But we're not going to talk
Wait,
about
it was terrible?
It was, I mean, the idea of just like, roofie feels like it feels like a ton of bricks.
Uh-huh.
Just 1 minute you're awake, next
And
minute
just
you're not.
gone.
You're almost dead. Like
Now,
you just
were
know.
you with friends? Were you able to get out of the situation in a decent fashion?
It was a
or-
very bad, horrible situation that I totally won't kill our vibe with.
No.
but
You can tell. We do serious. We do not serious. We do slightly serious.
as long as we keep sliding the dickle back in, it'll always come back around.
That dickle's
Yeah.
never going to stop going in
Yeah.
and out. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
We're ready and willing for it.
the roofie, I was roofied by a teenager when I was a teenager. And I don't really remember how it happened. I just know I was offered iced tea
Oh, shit.
and smoking. And I was offered iced tea and we were smoking. And then I don't know, 6-7 hours later, I woke up and this stupid bastard was still there, kind of just, I guess, frolicking in the pleasures of what had ever happened over the past 6-7 hours. Yeah, it was a really gnarly story.
Still hanging out, as if you're going to come to and go.
Yeah, as if I'm gonna wake up and be like, "That was so fun.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
I don't really
tomorrow."
remember
Yeah.
what happened, but I feel like you're the one for me.
Yeah.
And maybe we could do this again sometime when I'm more conscious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so
Maybe.
sorry I got sleepy.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm so sorry I passed out. I won't do it anymore.
It's not you. It's not
Yeah.
you. I don't want you to think that it was you and your
Right.
performance.
Do you have that Spanish fly going?
So how far back was
Yeah,
that?
what
That was-
year?
Let's see, that album probably came out in late 60s, early 70s. And the time period when he was talking about going to Mexico and getting excited was late 60s because it's I
Nobody
Spy.
excited? Are you talking about getting hard?
Yeah, well, getting excited about going to Mexico to get that Spanish fly.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
and then he
that's-
just drugged all those ladies.
Spanish fly was the shit from what I understand. It was
It sounds like basically date rape drug, right? I mean, essentially.
That's what made me bring a roofie because I
No,
was
exactly.
is it equivalent of roofie? But I think it was more. I don't think it was roofie-ish though, esque. I think it was more
just
kind of just a
aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
aphrodisiac.
Yeah, get you wild.
Like the equivalent of when you go to the store and they have the extend pills.
Yes, right.
Or those
the
pills
stuff
with
in
the python on the front.
Yeah, the stuff the stuff where you
And the
right.
cheetah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
at the sex shop, they have
Yeah.
them in the case.
At 7-Eleven.
At 7-Eleven.
At the bodega.
They
That's
sure
right.
do.
At any of them,
That's right.
and they have the craziest graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cheetah and a fucking shirtless guy, or it's It's blue. And it's a Ferrari.
Blue Ferrari.
It's
Blue
a blue-
Ferrari is a good like euphemism for something.
Yeah.
For
You got to get me a blue Ferrari.
you know, you go fast, you
go
crash
hard.
hard, you go
Yeah,
hard,
yeah.
you crash quick. I call that one a quickie.
Well, actually, you could nickname a Viagra a blue Corvette or blue
Really?
Ferrari. Blue Ferrari.
Blue Ferrari.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Because it's
have
blue.
any of you either had Viagra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Come on.
It's good.
It works.
It does.
So,
You don't take the whole thing though,
Is
because
it-
then you're in for trouble.
because then you're in the hospital.
Maybe, probably.
Well, I mean, it depends.
So
yeah.
like,
it depends.
okay,
You bite
this
off a
is my
quarter.
understanding,
Sure.
and not in the cliche. Like, obviously, I know like older people do it,
Yeah.
but you guys are both young guys.
Well, here's what it is.
So why did you pop Viagra?
I lost my boner once, and I was terrified. So then,
yeah, that must be crushing.
it's a terrible-
yeah, it
terrifying
was just
thing.
like,
Oh.
and then so the next time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try.
Just
and
gonna
see-
be safe.
just gonna be safe. Yeah,
Just be on the safe side. Yeah.
yeah, but
a
also
little too safe. Like we're eating spaghetti and meatballs, and I'm wondering,
No,
can you put that down a little bit? Like, turn it, put it away for just an hour.
Just a minute. We'll be done with dinner soon.
We'll be done
and
with
then we'll
dinner
get the
soon.
dickle, and,
Yeah.
and then we'll get
everything
the
will be cool.
dickle and
Yeah.
the dick.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly. Dessert time's coming up. Well,
So
for
why
me,
did you take it?
It
Yeah.
was reinforcements when there might have been some a lot going on, and so that's what that was for.
It was to make sure the job was done.
yeah,
yeah, exactly. Barring
Which shows
anything
you're a
else.
considerate man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I am.
Yeah.
I like to make sure my guests are comfortable and well cared for.
So you're a considerate man, and did she appreciate that?
Oh
Like-
yeah, certainly, quite certainly,
Okay.
yeah. And the other time that I did it, when it wasn't anything to do with that, it was that it had been a long time in between being with someone, and so I just wanted a little reinforcement in case of that.
Right?
So it was twice, and it was about a quarter of the pill or whatever. So I have to recommend them for if you're not sure what's
If you're
gonna
not
happen.
sure the outcome, I mean, I didn't think it's so much pressure. Like for guys, it's so much pressure because even as a woman, like if it's not naturally happening, you just take a little something, slap it on there, and
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If it's not naturally happening for a guy, you can slap it on there, but you're still not going to get much farther.
right.
And plus-
That's kind of what.
Yeah, exactly. And then the terror will then double down on itself. So I think then that's where you can get
Yeah.
into performance anxiety shit.
yeah.
Now,
yeah,
does
yeah.
it take a long time to like get through it? Like
About
from the
20
moment
minutes.
that it hits you,
Think about 20 minutes.
do you give a normal performance, or do you go like, do you give a longer performance?
I'm not
Because-
sure if it
12 hours
affects-
straight with
Whoa,
no break. No.
okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I think also because of the quantity I took at the time, I don't think that it affected the outcome of things. But I think that it was just that there was more blood flow, basically, I think, at the time. Also, I was a heavy cigarette smoker at the time. So that's
What does
part of
that
the
do?
reason. Cigarettes are horrendous for your circulation. Exactly. It's a vasoconstrictor.
I mean, so is Los Angeles air quality.
Yeah, but sure, but cigarettes are a little bit worse because you're actually
Yeah.
just injecting them right into your system.
Yeah.
Because cigarettes affect your circulation, not just the nicotine. Nicotine is a vasoconstrictor. However, it's not terrible on its own. The other stuff, all the chemicals.
You're just
and all the
making me
other
want a
shit.
cigarette right now.
Did you ever smoke?
I do smoke.
Oh, you do smoke?
I smoke yellow American spirits.
Oh yeah, I love those.
I
The healthy
love
cigarettes.
those. The healthy,
Yeah.
the healthy
Yeah.
one.
Let me
The
get my vape,
the
pardon me.
gluten-free cigarettes.
Yeah, gluten free.
I would love to vape those. The gluten-free cigarettes.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm still very much addicted to nicotine, so like I just misplaced my silver one, and so I went and got my black one. The reason I have two different color vapes is
Yeah.
because the first weekend I got the vape.
How long you been vaping first off?
Was Brian 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds
you're
about
vaping
right.
like a monkey.
Oh, I know. No, I'm
It's
hitting
like-
the thing nonstop. I'm hitting the thing nonstop. You can even hear it in my voice a couple times when I'm
No,
talking.
it's
It's
awesome
coming
though.
out of my
Like, because
voice.
at least you're consciously, I'm gonna vape. I'm not gonna
I'm-
smoke.
you know, that- And that's one of the
Exactly.
reasons I'm giving myself a leeway to just hit it whenever.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
because I don't want not the temptation. I know myself
Yeah.
with smoking and habits.
Yeah.
And if I let the door open, then I'm just going to walk through it, and then I'll be like, well, I'll do half and half. I'll do this. So I'm
Right.
trying to stick to it. And so at some point, because a friend warned me, he said, you be careful, you'll be hitting that thing all day. And I was like, oh, really? As I was hitting the thing all day. And I wasn't FaceTime, so I was like, well, that would be terrible. But I then said, I was like, I don't want that. And I said to him,
Right.
but then I go, you know what? If that happens, fine. But also, I got the second vape because you see this, right? It's very slim, very small. So I later found that I had dropped it basically in the chair where Ted's sitting, but it fell down to not now, but but thank you for checking. I appreciate that. But underneath where the base of the chair is, it was laying against it. So basically, it's like a remote control on this couch. You're not going to find it.
That's what when I told you when I saw you downstairs, I was like, oh, it looks like a USB.
No, it does. It does.
Can I hit it though?
Yeah, please.
Can I try it?
Absolutely.
So, is this a brand we should care about,
This
or
is
they don't
Jewel.
matter?
This is Jewel, but I buy my pods from eliquid.com, who happens to be a sponsor of our show.
Wow, this is fucking the nicest.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Yeah.
That gives you that certified. I feel like I'm smoking a nice big dirty cloud of tobacco.
Exactly. And some of the other the compatible ones that aren't necessarily Jewel brands will give you sort of a bigger hit of it too, which is crazy.
Is so nice.
Isn't that good? I'm going to take a moment out from the show to tell you about Vistaprint. Did you know it's the holidays? That's right, it's the holiday season. And during the holiday season, one is likely to get a lot of gifts from a lot of people, or no gifts from a few people. But in the end, it really doesn't matter if you're one person, lots of people, or lots of gifts. If you get a gift, it's always better when that gift has a personal touch to it. Whether it's a dress made of rags from under the kitchen sink, or some underwear stitched together from used doilies. When you feel that personal touch, you know that person cares. It just means so much more when someone puts a little bit of themselves into something they give you. A shared memory or a peek into what matters to them most. I mean, these are the things you remember, right? They're also the things that you keep. Wherever you are this holiday season, be it skiing the slopes or sunning on beaches or rustling through your neighbor's garage or even hanging out down at the town dump. Nothing says happy holidays like custom cards, calendars, and photo gifts from Vistaprint. That's right, Vistaprint. When you open a card or a calendar and see your friends and family or enemies smiling back at you, it feels just like holiday time. And it also feels like the person cares because, you know what, they took the time to make it special. But it doesn't have to take that much time at all. Pick a shape like square or rounded corners, folded or flat, and then all you do is choose one of Vistaprint's gorgeous designs. You can put your favorite picture on most of them and even upload a great shot right from your phone, or even one of those blurry ones that you wish you hadn't taken. Then you just figure out how many you need and order them up in plenty of time for the holidays. Vistaprint has hundreds of card designs, from timeless classics to the latest trends. Vistaprint also has custom calendars for a year worth of memories. And right now, all custom cards and calendars are 50% off. There's also mugs, canvases, and other photo gifts. And with Vistaprint, your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. Or they'll make it right, either by reprinting your offer or offering you a refund. So get merry, get jolly, get 50% off all holiday cards and calendars, plus save on other photo gifts at Vistaprint.com. Just enter promo code WVHoliday. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code WVHoliday. And this offer, it's valid until January 31st, 2019.
Let's talk about your sponsors.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that. I like to take control of that guest.
Who's listening, you know, I'll smoke these for sure.
Yeah, and we can have you back for testimonials.
Yeah, absolutely, every week.
That'd be great.
As long as y'all
Still
send me a box.
For me. Yeah.
Send me a box.
Yeah.
I'll send you a report.
That's right. And
no, but
E-Liquid is one of our sponsors.
E-Liquid is.
E-Liquid is. Yeah.
Is that who puts the shit in this?
Yeah, the shit in the little pod that they call it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give it back to you.
You can have it anytime you like too.
Well, I might. If I have it, I might have it.
Did it look like I was wilting? Because I might have been. But so the just back quickly to why I have two. So I had dropped it, and it turned out to be there, but I didn't wait to find it because after 30 minutes of basically reenacting the scene from JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling, when Richard Pryor is crawling around on the carpet looking for any bits of crack that might be around, I went, okay, I get that's where I'm at right now. I'm just going to go buy another one of these, and then I'll find the other one later. And now it's good. I have two, so if I've misplaced one, which happens quite often because it's small, listeners, imagine dropping a stick of gum somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's it. I mean, that's exactly the size of it.
Yeah. So
let's talk about another sponsor, because I'm wondering how you have that brand new Casper in the corner, and I keep seeing these commercials, you know, flooding my life.
Yeah.
Just let me know your bed ain't shit.
And you had to fucking bring it to your place.
And you had to bring it to your place, and it wasn't folded. So
you had to struggle through the fucking door with your less than ideal mattress.
Have you made love on a Casper yet?
Oh, I have. Yeah, I've had a Casper, and this is my new Casper.
Oh,
yeah,
I love a Casper,
and you do too.
I do.
So you've been loved on a Casper.
I love a Casper.
You've
mattress.
loved and been loved on a Casper.
It's fabulous.
I haven't either.
It's wonderful.
You haven't? Okay, well, wait till you do.
Have you ever shit the bed?
I've never shit the bed. I've sharted once in my entire life. My good friend Janwa was he's a Korean guy, and I was vegan at the time.
Okay.
And
Very troublesome.
yeah. So,
How long were you vegan?
off and on my whole life.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Mom, don't ask me why, but they did it like that. So
Oh, really? So your family? We'll get back to the
we'll
sharding.
get back to those rosters. But
Okay, we'll get back to the process now. I'm sorry. We'll go back to the main.
So I was mainly vegan, and John Wah, a Korean friend of mine, took me out for K barbecue and said, "Don't worry, they got vegetarian shit." But when you don't know that, like in Asian culture, vegetarian shit is still mostly cooked in the same thing that the pork was cooked in.
Yeah, right.
So I'm thinking that was actually the source of the problem. So after class, we went out to lunch. He was dropping me off in my house.
Yeah.
And as we're pulling up to my house, literally, like a block away. You know how you think I hate the word fart. It really pisses me off. But
Why?
it's like saying moist or
Oh, it's one of those. It's a sound word.
coochie or it's just it doesn't feel good to say.
I see.
So,
Yeah. Well, Brian has a lovely thing to say about farts and what ladies do. They don't fart. What do they do?
They whisper through their panty.
Does that feel better to say?
It feels great because actually every time I fart, I go to a bathroom. I've never, as far as I know, I've never farted in front of anybody else. I will go to the bathroom, pull my underwear down, and then do it, and then exit.
Yeah. After having pulled your pants and everything back up. Yeah. Okay. Good. I just want to
But
make
then
sure.
don't wash my hands. So it's kind of seems nasty. It's did you go to the bathroom or you didn't go to the bathroom? It's just a split second.
Yeah. It's in the gray zone.
It's in the gray zone.
So back to the
Back to
sharding
how that
incident.
happened,
Yeah.
right? So we're pulling up, and we were so close to my house that I didn't have time to say, "Take me to a bathroom." It would have taken longer.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So I'm exiting out the car, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just farting." I make a joke I'm about to fart. It was I felt it. And I screamed, and I was so embarrassed, just screaming. And he immediately pulls out his cell phone and starts recording me.
Oh,
He's
good.
she shit herself. She shit herself.
That's a good friend.
Right, it's a
there you
good
go.
friend. But
Capture those special moments.
right, capture special moments. So we were about to smoke, and he had no weed. So I was like, well, I got to go in the house and shower before we smoke.
Yeah.
So he actually sat outside and waited for me to go shower to come back out and smoke after I sharded. So that's a good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
He was there for moral support. Are you okay?
Yeah. And he waited. He wasn't like, come on, just give me the weed and I'll smoke while
Right.
you
Just
clean
give me a
up.
weed.
Yeah.
Go take care of the shit on your pants. It was it was definitely one of those moments that I just was hit with a ton of bricks because I didn't know that it was possible for real. But I never shit in the bed at all. I peed in the bed. That's about it. I'm sure we all have though.
That's another good reason for a mattress cover. They're waterproof. You can get them waterproof. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Brian, as we've discussed on the show.
Have you had a lot of those moments?
I have. Yeah.
Well, he had some
They're
serious
nasty.
intestinal distress a couple months ago, and it was well documented on the show.
Yeah. Oof.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sharding, shit in the bed, all type. Oh, yeah.
Did it happen where I'm sitting?
Yeah, right there.
Well, see, that's why leather is great. Easy clean. Some bleach wipes. This room has seen some things,
Yeah.
This room has seen, and I'm sure your neighbors too, because you have a lovely balcony.
That's right, and kind of sheer curtains. Yeah, we're going to be
kind of
replacing
sheer
those.
curtains. When the sun is coming up, do they darken?
That's an
the
interesting
most
question.
important.
Yeah, well,
That
maybe
is the
we might
most
be getting.
important.
No, do those? No.
Don't you hate that? Shouldn't they all do that?
Yeah, they should do that. Actually,
They should all
That
do
would be
that.
just like
Amazing.
those graduated lenses that will.
And my
darken.
bedroom, I have a balcony with doors, and I live next to a lot of festive people. So when
I love
I
that.
Shout out to the festive
I don't
people.
have a choice when I wake up.
Yeah.
I wake up when they wake up.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. They
So-
wake up at interesting times.
Oh, and they go to sleep at interesting times too.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And I don't even know if they go to sleep. I just know like at some point it's like don taka don taka. It's like that.
Yeah.
You know?
And then the music resumes at a certain
And
point.
then the music is like back again, right?
I had a
my
moment
God.
where, with the first place I was at in North Hollywood when I first moved, the people across the way would crank Spanish music at certain times.
Yeah.
And it was a regular thing. You get used to it, and you're like, oh, it must
Right.
be 11 a.m. on a Saturday.
Right.
Then one morning, I had been out at Jake Shear's house, actually. So,
a shot.
yeah, get a nice buzz on from this episode. And so we were up late, and then the next morning, I woke up all confused because I heard deafeningly loud, Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Elton John.
No,
But it was great because I had worked on I was working with Bright Light prior to that on the Elton John tour.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I woke up thinking, it's happening. Like, when you have that moment where you think, I'm having some kind of breakdown.
Right. I'm going into psychosis.
Yeah. I guess it's happening now. Oh, well. And then I realized, oh, no, my neighbor. Okay. And then he went back to the regular music
Right.
and everything was fine. Yeah.
My neighbors are Jehovah's Witness, and every Wednesday night they have Bible study, and every Saturday morning they have like some type of church group shit
Gathering.
Okay.
Yeah.
gathering, right?
Yeah.
But like the issue is not the music, because I'm a musician, and like you have keyboards and shit in here. I'm sure you disturb people too. Like, that's not the issue, but it's
Sometimes
just
when we're singing the
they
songs
have-
that you've heard on Dee Dee's episode, for instance,
Right.
I wonder who might be walking through the hall.
who might be walking through the hall.
'Cause
And
it's
the
very
look that they're going to
soundproof.
give you the next day that I heard that.
Yeah, I look forward to that, actually. I enjoy that.
exactly.
There's been certain other things that may have happened in this room that I know because
You're like-
there's a soundproof apartment pretty much except the door. The door is very porous for sound.
How do you say it? The door?
The door.
Where you from? The door.
I don't discuss that. No, I'm from Massachusetts.
The
I'm from
door.
Massachusetts, and my parents are from Canada. Now, what was I saying? Was I saying
that's
in a
where it
kind
is.
of highfalutin way? Or
The door.
the door?
It just sounds like ticklish. The door.
Some people have commented that
Shut
my
the
voice at
door.
times can sound a bit ticklish.
You guys both have a lovely voice.
Brian
by the
Thank
way.
you very
certainly
much.
does. Yeah.
Brian
Thank you very much.
and Craig, you guys have a lovely voice. But
Thank you. You as well.
yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to go into sex work soon. So.
Well, there you go. We can
sex.
connect you with some people.
Those Teller girls, they make bank.
Oh, yes, they do.
They make real bank.
Do you know that some friends of ours who were on the show, Cherry and Sophie, they have a
Ooh,
financial
who are
domination
they?
line. They are
Cherry and
fabulous. Yeah, I will
Sophie.
send you their profile. They
Yeah.
did an episode that I think you'd like very
Okay,
much.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're wonderful. And they have some financial domination clients.
So basically, the guys just give them their money.
I'm sorry. No, wait. How do I sign up?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Yeah.
So they just tell them bitch,
Yeah.
1,500.
Yeah. Give me that goddamn money.
You know what? There's a term for the clients.
What is that called?
Pay pigs.
Pay pigs.
Pay pigs.
So that's what you Google. I'm looking for my own pay pig.
Yeah, check that out. Well,
I'm looking
you have a
for
Twitter,
it.
right?
Yes.
Make it
pay
happen.
pigs apply.
Yeah.
They'll go and get their nails done and they'll say, which one of you is going to pay for this?
Really?
And they have a phone sex line. They have many different options on the phone sex lines. One of which is one where it's like $7 a minute and they ignore the guy and then occasionally will come on.
Isn't that crazy? You still there, Marty? Yeah. Fuck you.
And that's
You're
great.
sorry, you fucking
God
you
bless
jerk
America.
from Minnesota.
Yeah. Isn't it brilliant? It's fucking great.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, listen. I think I don't know if I would be able to do the real sexy thing. That's for sure because I'm too goofy. But like, pay pig,
Right.
pay me.
This is ringing some bells for you?
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, if all I got to do is tell you how to spend it, you can spend it. Bitch,
Yeah.
we're gonna get some new titties tomorrow. So,
Oh, that's a
But-
whole line too. People love to pay for things that are like
Yeah.
Right, I've
pampering
heard
you
that.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
what's the weirdest? Speaking of, because you reminded me of shit.
That's
What's
what I like
the
to do.
weirdest of request you've ever gotten?
Mm.
'Cause
Show related or personal?
Nah,
Like in the-
if a pay pig was trying to pay you.
Oh, that's a good. We'll have to forward that question to Cherry and Sophie.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I need to know what you got to expect.
Okay, well, we'll send you the Cherry and Sophie episode.
Yeah.
And then you'll follow them on Twitter.
Yes.
And so that's
Yeah.
at Cherry Torn and then at Rebel Rose on Twitter for those
Shout
listening.
out to y'all because
Yeah.
we need to know what
They
you got to do to get paid.
They do some crazy stuff. crazy stuff. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm to each his own, right?
Exactly.
And I deal with so many stupid rich people like all the time that I'm just like, really? You're going to pay me to do this? Like, and it has nothing to do with sexual. If anything you should pay for, I think it should be your sexual needs. If there's in your food.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
It's an essential
Those
part
are
of life,
two
right?
essential things, right? You might be into some shit that nobody else in this world is into. Pay somebody.
Yeah,
okay?
that's right.
Totally.
Get it done.
Yeah.
But
Get it done and get the dickle and or whatever it is.
otherwise you become
whatever
a
your-
serial killer.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Don't suppress it.
Don't suppress
Yeah.
your needs. Don't.
Please
yeah.
don't.
Right.
Yeah.
We got enough suppressed people in the world.
Hello.
So I'm with that.
So now it's time to listen to Bill Cosby talk to kids
God.
about drugs.
Oh shit.
Let's see which is the best one. So I have this on cassette. Thankfully, it's available to us on the online. And Downers and Uppers is pretty good. Let's
Downers
see.
and uppers and what else?
Well, the Dope Pusher track is pretty good too. But
Oh,
Downers
Jesus.
and Uppers is great because he uses some of the wonderful tricks and gimmicks of recording technology to communicate the effects of such things.
I like that.
Hi, this is Bill Cosby. I'd like for you to pay close attention to this album because it's very important. We want to talk about amphetamines, cocaine, depressants, barbiturates, opiates, alcohol, tobacco, hallucinogens. We want you and your parents to give a listen. First of all, we want to talk about the downers and the uppers. Do you think it's fun to have to take a pill or to sniff something or to snort something or to shoot something in your arm to make yourself feel, as a lot of people think, better?
Hell yeah.
Now, one guy is going to describe how it feels for you to take a downer and how it feels for you to take an upper. Okay, now let's talk about pills, all right? People take pills to get high, you see. Now, some pills are called downers. So, if we take a downer, it kind of makes us feel sleepy.
Oh, does it,
And
Bill?
we think
Oh,
we feel
God.
good, like, there, you're on a downer now. You've taken one, and now it's starting to react in your body, and now you feel like this. That's
What the
not
hell?
much fun, is it? You thought you were gonna get high, but you're just very drowsy and sleepy and bumping into people. You don't want to bump into people.
God, no.
So why
Heavens,
not
heavens,
take
You
no.
don't want to bump into
That's
people.
the worst thing ever.
Yes, an upper will make you high.
Oh my God.
It'll make you wake up and you'll think you're faster than you ever were. Now the upper's working. Now let's feel an upper.
Oh my goodness, this isn't any fun
Oh my
either,
goodness.
is it?
Oh my goodness.
What
Now
the
you're walking
hell?
faster. You think, and you're talking faster. You think, but the only thing that's really happening is that you're thinking you're doing things faster, but you're not. And guess what? You won't be able to get to sleep. So let's go back to our natural state. A state
Which says no pills at all, and how do we enjoy ourselves? Oh, isn't that much better? Yeah. No uppers, no downers, just us. Us. The way we are. That's when we're fun. If we don't feel like staying up, we go to sleep. We don't feel like sleeping, we stay awake. But certainly without uppers and downers. Say no to pills.
Or it's better, I guess, if you don't even know you're going to take one, right, Bill?
It's better, right. You're going to mix it with the Spanish fly.
Let me make you a cappuccino, a
Let
special
me make you a
Cosbacino.
pudding pop pussy.
Oh, God.
You know, it reminds me of Rosemary's Baby when Mia Farrow's like, there's a
Yes.
strange chalky
Yeah.
undertaste to
Yeah.
this
Yes.
pudding.
No, it's fine, Rosemary. It's fine.
It's fine. Just keep
It's
eating
fine.
it. It's good
Yeah.
for you. It's
Bitch,
good for
shut
you.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, talk about hiding in plain sight. I mean, that's a monster telling you about. Yeah.
So many feelings come to mind. I definitely want to sample it for my project, and I'm gonna be on you for that. But I really just love I love when people are just like, I am gonna play the biggest trick on you guys, and I'm gonna act like this is a PSA for drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
When really I know I made this shit while I was getting my dick sucked at midnight.
Yeah.
On last Thursday. And I sped it up and slowed it down. And I was talking about bumping into people. Bumping into people.
That's the worst thing that happens.
Like, sir, if you're really going to try to convince me that, like, I shouldn't do a upper or a downer, bumping into people should not be your reference of the worst thing that can happen to me.
Shit.
Like, maybe bumping into cars.
Yeah.
Maybe, like,
bumping into the devil.
Bumping into the devil. Maybe you'll bump into the devil on your way to the next party.
Devil's dickle,
Devil's dickle. But you know who
should have made an anti-drug record? Richard Pryor. Because some of his shit was just anti-drug. He talks about the shit he did. He lit himself on fire. Yeah, that guy knew. And also, I love that Bill Cosby was so busy telling other people what they should and shouldn't say.
Right.
Like Eddie Murphy
this
and
is what I find that, and this is like kind of a, maybe again, Emoni.com's only theorist.
Is that your website, by the way? Because
it's not a website, but it's a website I reference when I say something that only I believe in.
Sure. Well, because we want to get your website out there, if you have one.
I don't, but I'm looking for a motherfucker to build it.
So any hot any PayPig adjacent web program,
any PayPig, pay
graphic
for
designer
my sites.
Designer pigs. Those are
designer pig.
Designer pig.
Okay, I need it. Right now you can just find me on the same internet that all of y'all be on, you know, Instagram, Twitter. But even that shit, like. I don't know about it. I don't know if I'll talk to you, but maybe.
Maybe if you pay her. So
maybe if you pay me.
Yeah.
Let's reinforce this.
Yeah,
for real.
definitely.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna. My life's never been the same ever since I heard about that 30 minutes ago.
No, you're still reeling from it. I know.
But anyway, you know, I that was trippy, but I just think it's weird that people do that. Like, you know, these PSAs of like, don't do drugs, don't do this, don't do that. But then, like, at least Richard Pryor, from what we know, wasn't really raping nobody.
No,
like
that's
Bill
the thing.
Cosby, you was actually raping people.
That's right.
And that's why you were the one that's like, I'm gonna be on the main front street. But Richard Pryor was like, I just do my coke in peace.
Yeah, I'm fucked up. Here's how I'm fucked up. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And here's the other sick thing. In the Cosby Show, which we've talked about a lot, because someone asked us on a listener questions episode, which
they say I look
sitcom.
like Keisha Knight Pullum.
Oh, okay. I can see that a little.
Oh, hell. See, I shouldn't have said that.
Why? Is it a bad thing?
I just don't know if I do.
Well, I can see
but
it a
you
little.
said the
but you put it in the
Cosby
mind.
Show,
Yeah, exactly.
People say I look like Keisha Knight.
It's the thing. We're suggesting things, and then we're very suggestible.
Do I, though?
Well, I can see it. It's not the first thing I thought of.
Good.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Back to what you were saying. People were saying about the Cosby Show.
Well, they asked us what 80s sitcom we would live in. And we said, of course, outside
that's
of...
Such a good question.
Because the Cosby Show, great food. There's a lot of rooms in the house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Nice neighborhood.
Wow. Never thought.
House seems massive.
Wow.
Endless rooms. Yeah.
Wow.
I love that house.
Was that your answer too?
That was his answer.
Yeah.
That was his
you
answer,
would live
actually.
in the Cosbys?
Yeah.
And you would live in...
I eventually landed on WKRP in Cincinnati. What 80s sitcom would you live on?
Hey, I was born in 1991, so...
So what 80s sitcom would you... okay, then fine. Pick a 90s sitcom.
Martin.
Okay.
Because I would be Tina.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, Tisha. Tisha
you could be
Campbell
Tina,
Martin.
her friend.
I'd be Tina, her friend. Or the PJs. Do y'all remember the PJs?
I do vaguely remember.
It was like this animated, like, hood series.
I don't remember that one.
It was really bad.
Perfect.
You want to know what shows I do watch?
Sure.
I love murder shows.
Murder,
I
She
love
Wrote? What?
Murder.
Oh,
Just
okay.
anything about people killing people. I love shit about
serial killers and stuff.
yes, and drugs. Things that
Murder
is like
and drugs.
how did she murder her cousin to sneak the cocaine in the country?
Sure.
That's how I like.
That's your ultimate show.
That's my ultimate show.
Yeah.
I love Telemundo.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I would love to have my own public access show one day.
Ooh, well,
Cool.
public access television show.
what about
which
doing
I really
a YouTube
think this
show
should be.
as a public
Fuck
access show?
YouTube.
But
12-year-olds run that shit.
yeah, but you can get paid.
Nah, I want to be like on straight up Channel 5. Like straight
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
I
yeah.
go down to the county building and I take my show in front of the green screen like everybody else. And you have to pay for a slot.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. You know why? Because like YouTube is like, I have no problem in saying I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Oh my
because
God.
most conspiracy theorists are right.
Uh-oh.
And YouTube,
sure.
you pay for content. So like, my content might not be seen, but on public access television, you don't have a goddamn choice. Okay? You watch whatever the fuck is on
Sure.
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock, at
Yeah.
4 o'clock, at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I love public access television because we take it for granted and we base everything on the internet. Back to our conversation earlier, we base
Yeah.
everything on like, what is somebody taking the time to upload this? But don't take it for granted that they actually had to film it and they were sitting somewhere and they had to show up at the public library or wherever else they had to show up to do that show.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Well, you know
I
what?
don't know why I
There's a
told
middle
y'all that.
ground. You could do the public access show and then upload it to YouTube.
I could upload it to YouTube.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And everything's going to be named like something else where I could make money from it.
As Ted was telling us before, you do like to be very hands-on in everything you do related to your art. So we're going to pause for a second. I'm going to set Ted up with a mic, and then we're going to talk a little bit about your album before we finish the show.
Before we finish the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, this is Tim Kvasnowski. On a recent episode of Whimsically Volatile, I recklessly smeared the name and reputation of a pillar of the East Side artistic community, and I would like to apologize to the victim of my carelessness. On episode 28, I alleged that Ed roasted not only peas and pools, but that he also boasted about it. I would like to clarify that these events have never and would never, ever happen, and I misspoke. I apologize to Ed, to the listeners, to Katya and Craig. Thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of the show.
You have some really nice toilet paper, and I was wondering, is it Cottonelle? Because
I think it might be.
felt lush and plush.
I think it is cotton
on my tush.
Cheap toilet paper is not a bargain.
No, it's
I
not.
don't
Not at
fuck
all.
with that.
Go to Europe.
I don't know. Go to Europe. But I don't know why people buy cheap body products.
No,
like
exactly.
we spend money on our cars, on our alcohol,
Yeah.
on anything. But when it comes to your skin, people are like, let me get the cheapest bargain I can get.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, I know.
nah, buy the expensive toilet paper. Like wipe your ass clean.
Yeah,
Like,
feel good about the whole
feel
process.
good about it. Get
Yeah.
baby wipes. Get nice soap.
Yeah.
That's the shit that matters.
It is the shit that matters.
And
It's
show
like-
up in your dirty
Literally.
shoes.
Exactly.
Literally the shit.
Literally the shit.
Joining us now is Ted Greenberg.
Hey, Ted.
The incomparable Ted Greenberg.
That's right. Wait, I think we should do a prop. Don't you think we should
I
do
think
a
we should do it.
proper
Do you got
intro?
one more in you?
Yeah, sure.
You
I
got
do.
one more in you?
Oh my
Okay,
God.
good.
Just one moment,
Okay,
and then
one
we will
more.
have the
Just one moment.
I don't know if I can handle this.
One more. He's got one more in him.
He's sensational.
One more dickle in him.
Please welcome to the stage the incomparable talents of the supremely talented Mr. Ted Greenberg.
I'm sorry if I ruined that.
No, what are you talking? Yeah, we don't like laughter on the show. We frown upon it. We try. We're
that
very
was
serious.
so good.
Very serious stage
How are you
show.
not selling those taglines? Like, fuck.
Well, we have a Patreon page, so that's what we want. Yeah, there you go.
We do have a page if you want to be a fucking pig.
Well, matter of fact, yeah. So for $5, $7, or $10 a month, it's easy.
You can get
Patreon.com/Katya and Craig.
You really could probably sell those because people sell potatoes with people's name in them.
There you go.
By the way, Brian, Cameo.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the way to do it for Cameo.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I just learned about that.
Do you know
What's
about
that?
Cameo?
No, I don't. What's
so
that?
Cameo is a way for people who have some kind of recognition to sell birthday greetings for
Yeah.
$35 a pop.
Caitlyn Jenner selling $1,000 videos.
What? They're $1,000.
Of happy birthday?
And she say happy birthday.
She says whatever.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Wow, wait. So you
Well, is it
say
Caitlyn
happy
Jenner?
birthday.
Somebody's selling 1,000. I think it was Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Somebody-
there was.
Yeah.
That was. I didn't
No,
know
I
that was-
completely believe that. So you just
That is terrible.
sing happy
1,000, I mean-
birthday.
Or whatever. Like, hi, Jeff and Jackie. Congratulations on the new house. And this is Caitlyn or whoever. This is like
That was a great fucking pitch right there.
whatever it is.
$1,000 bucks?
Yeah,
for that.
you set the price. Yeah, you set the price. You can do like.
How about we do one for $5 million
there you
and
go.
see
Yeah.
who, or 5,000.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one tonight. I
There you
double
go.
dog dare myself
There you go.
to do it. So what is it called again?
Cameo.
Cameo. And I go in there, and is it all audio?
No, it's video. Video.
So you have to.
On your phone. Just do it on your
Is there
phone.
X-rated?
I don't.
Because that's our niche.
They have those.
Can
You have the OnlyFans or you have the Snapchat Premium.
Oh, that's right. That's right. OnlyFans
So
is
what's
a
the
big deal.
difference? Oh, OnlyFans. I know a stripper that's on that, and I follow her.
Yep.
So OnlyFans is where they pay.
That's
and
like a monthly subscription.
It's a monthly subscription, and you show
Whatever you want.
You show whatever you want, but it's shit that you can't show
Yeah.
on Instagram and Twitter.
Right.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, you can
it's
show
an
it on-
X-rated shit.
You can show it on Twitter.
You
'cause
show your
Twitter's
pussy,
not
though.
Uncensored.
Oh, yeah. You can show your pussy.
You
on
can show your
Twitter.
pussy,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you put it on Twitter and Instagram, it's got to be
Well,
censored.
no, Instagram will censor.
Just Instagram.
Just Instagram. Twitter doesn't
don't-
censor pussy.
No.
Nope.
You can put full porn on Twitter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I follow a few porn accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But none of them post porn.
Really?
Oh, well.
Well, we can
Speaking
send you a
of
couple choice items that
Kanye West directed the Pornhub Awards. Is that a good thing?
Wait, he really did?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
That
Sometimes
was
I
last
see-
night. We'll
sometimes-
talk about that
okay.
another time. You're going to have to look at those pictures. But yes,
Okay.
Kanye West directed the first ever Pornhub Awards.
That's
That
why he
happened.
posted a shirt about Riley Reid.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't understand why. I was
Riley
like, that's
Reid?
great. Riley Reid's a porn actress.
That
She's really
you
big.
know.
I don't know Riley Reid. I know of her work.
Okay, you don't, but you know real poor people. Who do you know in porn, Brian?
And gay porn.
In gay porn, which is the best porn. That's my
Yeah.
favorite kind of porn.
Yeah.
So-
let's see. God. Boomer Banks. Isn't that a great name?
It's a
Boomer
good name.
Banks.
It's a good
Classic.
name.
Boomer.
Right?
I love that.
Boomer.
It's not just one person. It's like, let's see, Boomer Banks.
Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch. I was like,
There's a
because
laundry list.
There's a laundry list because when the drag queens, like when we go around, a lot of we kind of do the same gigs sometimes, like at nightclubs and things like that. So
what
we
do
get
you
to
mean
know a
by
lot of
gigs?
them.
Like
they'll go do like go-go dancing or appearances at some
Oh,
of the
and
same
they
clubs.
will be there too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I've never met a porn star in real life, and
Oh.
I'm very curious too.
yeah. It was weird. I was one time I was at a meet and greet, and there was one of
A meet and greet for you,
me,
right?
yep.
For your
And-
fans.
yep.
Okay, right.
and there was a porn star there, and I licked his butthole.
Fabulous in front of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. This is the commitment to a proper performance
Okay.
that Brian.
This is
That's
wow.
professionalism.
Isn't it?
Lovely.
Wow. So
Lovely gal.
now, if you don't mind me just asking couple more questions
Please,
about this.
please.
Okay. So how did that happen? Like, how did you?
He like showed me his butt and bent over.
But where were you? Were you behind the autograph booth?
Yeah.
So you were autographing,
Yeah.
and he just walks up and says, "Here's my asshole."
Something like that.
So
it
he
was
was
a
in
little more
line.
tasteful.
He was
Yeah.
in line?
No, like he was.
Or did he say something like, "Hey,
Yeah,
do you want
was
to see
he-
something special?" Like,
Was he
he's
in
not-
line?
Yeah.
Did he have a VIP pass?
Yeah, I
Like,
think he had a VIP pass. Yeah.
He certainly
And-
did.
Like that. Yeah. He's great. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fabulous.
and he came up, and you just
Yeah. I
wow.
should- yeah.
For how long?
Took a
if you don't
taste.
mind?
Just a little.
Just a little taste.
Yeah, just like. Yeah. Yeah. Very quick.
Okay.
my God.
Well, that
Oh,
and that's all I need to know.
Hello.
That's,
Well, if you got any more
Good
questions
morning.
in this,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, well, I would love to know about your experience with a porn star.
Oh, well, don't have any experiences in that way at the moment, but check back
Yeah,
soon.
stay
Check
tuned.
back
Stay tuned.
Check back soon.
Stay
I don't
tuned.
have any experiences, but I've been told that I would make a really cute stud. And like I've experimented with the idea, right? Like, let me go out and just like be studdy. So,
Ted has
Yes,
some
let's talk
interesting
about
things
Ted.
to say about your record and
Oh,
your
man.
approach to it. So, Ted, tell us a little bit first about what you do in general, like your background.
Okay, I'm a producer, engineer. I work with a lot of different artists. I'm a studio owner. I play 12 instruments. I've won a couple of Grammys for a movie soundtrack I produced,
Oh, cool.
Standing in the Shadows of Motown,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
which was about the original Motown band who were really the co-writers of all the Motown hits. The same band played on every Motown hit.
Right. What's the name of that group?
The Funk Brothers.
The Funk Brothers, right.
More #1 hits than the Beatles, Elvis, the Rolling Stones, and the Beach Boys put together.
And they just churned them out, right? Day after day?
3 a day.
Wow.
Marvelettes, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, the Supremes, Four Tops, Marvin Gaye. I mean, just Stevie.
All of them.
All of them.
Stevie
Same
Wonder
guys.
and Little Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
All those guys. He would sit on each one of their laps and learn from each one.
Yeah.
In fact, it took 2 drummers to be able to play what Stevie could play by himself.
Wow. Oh, yeah. By the way,
he
I'll
was
have to post on
blind.
Instagram. There's a sick video of Stevie doing a drum solo on it's black and white television show.
He's amazing. Amazing.
And so you are in this world and heavily for a long time, and you've been working with Emoni?
No, I hope to ever work with Emoni. I've been watching Emoni grow, and
But he
she's
taught me.
Okay.
He taught me a lot.
She's a self-made artist. She records her own vocals. She works with the producers to get the tracks she wants. She mixed the record herself, and she got a deal. And she has a fabulous manager, Scotty. And it's just it's a beautiful organic thing to see someone just writing the music, recording their own vocals, mix their own records, get signed in 2018 to a vinyl deal. Like this is like a dream.
Yeah.
No one does that. The last person to do that and be successful was Prince.
Yeah.
That's right. And I got to work with Prince and for Prince.
Do you want to talk about that briefly?
I was giving the graduation keynote address speech at Musicians Institute in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And at the after party, I get a call from my friend who says, what are you doing now? I said, well, I don't know. I'm at like this after party. I just gave like this speech at a graduation. He said, well, could you think you could make it up to Bel Air and set up a sound system for Prince? And I'm like, what? So my boy Michael Herring Michael Fish Herring was in a band with Prince, and I don't know how it came through him to me. I had to send my resume, and I get called. Now I showed up in the afternoon on a motorcycle with only dark glasses. Helmet, dark glasses. I'm wearing boots. I'm giving it a speech. I think I'm going home.
Yeah.
But I end up at the top of Bel Air, and I'm at Prince's place, and my job is to take apart his PA in his basement and set it up by the pool for 150 of his closest friends who are going to come and hear the band tonight.
Okay, yeah.
Which was nowhere near where the stuff was set up.
Yeah.
And oh my God, don't touch anything, don't change any settings, don't do any. So I meticulously wrote everything down.
Yeah.
This and that. We transported it up. Now I'm moving stuff around, heavy stuff around. I'm wearing like boots.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to look cool. I'm not ready to be a roadie, but here I am roadieing. So, all right, I'm there. I'm roadieing. I set the thing up, got everything, marked it down. I set it all up. It all works, and I'm out. You know what I mean? That was my price. Now it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I got there at like 1:30. Oh, and the first thing they said was, whatever you do, if you meet Prince, don't curse.
Oh,
because he's a Jehovah's Witness, and he's not down. Right. Do not curse, whatever you do. Okay, that's like 1:30 in the afternoon. Now it's like, I don't know, 3:45. I want to go home. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you can't leave. What do you mean you can't leave? Well, what if something goes wrong and this and that? And I'm like, but I can't. No, but you have to. I'm stuck. The band doesn't even go on till like 10:30. Well, the bar opened. At about 8.
Uh-huh.
And so
you're feeling a little more comfortable.
Well, I had only enough smoke to get me through the
mid-afternoon.
The mid-afternoon. I'll be home. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
And that ran out, and I have nothing to do, and I know that everything works. And I don't know if you know about Prince. In the last few years, he runs the front of house sound from on the stage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
so basically, for those of you who don't know what that means, Usually the best seat in the house is right around the mixing desk. You'll see it. It's like a pool of computers and mixing equipment, and they are there because they can get a perspective on how the sound is. However, Prince
is on stage. He is an extreme micromanager. I found out that night that he is exactly the way he was in Purple Rain. He wasn't acting. And it sounded horrible, and things were squealing, and things were horrible, and I was just like, wow, this is horrible, and I kept drinking, and then eventually around like 12:30 or 12:45, they cut me off at the bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really bad, and so it kept going on. It went till about like, I don't know, 2:30.
Yeah.
So it's over, and it's somehow now it's becomes my job to like take the stuff apart and bring it back now to where I found it. That was never part of the deal.
Yeah, always good to do. After
Never part of the deal.
that
always
much
good
booze.
to do.
Yeah.
Never part of the deal.
Yeah.
So I'm taking everything apart, every cable, every this and that, and there's a big long pool, and I'm doing an idiot check, which means what was left on the stage. Let me grab the last thing, bring it in so that they have everything that they came with. He's coming up the other side of the pool, and across the pool I hear, "Hey man, hey man." Oh, shit, he wants to talk to me. Oh, wow. So this is about, I don't know, maybe like 3:40 in the morning.
So you've been there for 12, 13 hours.
Exactly.
No, 14, 15 actually, because you started earlier.
And he says to me, and this was amazing, because I had to send my resume to this guy, and he says, "I know you're a genius, so can you please tell me what was the matter with the sound?" And I said, "You guys were fucking great." And forgot the prime directive from 1:30 in the afternoon. Don't curse in front of Prince. And Prince goes, "Oh my God, I said, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm very spiritual. I pray to God all my." And he says, "Oh really?" And I bring out my Jewish star, and he says, well, who do you pray to? What's God's name? And I'm like, oh, here it comes. I know he's a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
But I invite these people into my home because I do know the Bible, and I love to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I let him in, and so he asked me, "So what's God's name?" "Oh, I don't know. God's name is, sometimes it could be Yahweh, it could be Adonai, it could be Jesus, it could be Buddha. Some people say God's name is just a breath. It can't even be pronounced. They forgot the pronunciation of God's name." He's like, oh okay. So he invites me into his study. Now we go into his study. He wants to show me his Bible where it says that God's name is Jehovah like 7,000 times.
Oh my God.
In case you forgot from page 12.
No, really. That's a quote. That's what he said to me. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to see that Bible. And we talk politics, and we talk religion, and we talk every music, and he tells me that he invented slapping the bass. I said, nah, I think Larry Graham invented slapping the bass.
Yeah.
And I put him in his place.
And Larry Graham, who he's aware of because he worked with them lots.
How about it turns out that Larry Graham taught him the Bible and was the influence of Jehovah's Witness to him. And later on, after talking to me for an hour, he wanted to invite me back for Bible study because Larry was coming to town.
Oh my God.
I told him, I said, "You didn't invent slapping the bass. Larry Graham invented slapping the bass." And he just paused, and he said, "Yeah, you're right."
Seems like Prince liked to test people.
Oh, I don't know how many people now, I don't believe that I'm a genius, but I wonder how many people he said that they were a genius. That was weird.
Well, I'm sure he was aware of your work.
Well, I sent him my resume.
Well,
He's a musicologist.
Of course.
He saw the movie I made, and he was a big fan.
There you go. That's
what it was. Cool. I mean, he knew what I did, and that's why I was even allowed on the property to just take cables apart and set them back up again.
Well, because he's obsessive about every little detail. Of course, he's going to know everything about you already.
Just like Purple Rain.
Exactly.
It's true. It's real.
Brian, your Prince story was a little different, right? You listened to the record.
I listened to the record and then I shit myself.
Brian.
That totally blows mine out of the water.
I think that's a lovely note to close on.
Yeah, I think that is too.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Seriously, I'm like
we covered it all.
Look, all the sponsors, I just want to let y'all know. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But I'm not.